Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about reading and why to read, why that's important, and how to read more. And yeah, actually I don't need those glasses. So if you are new here, my name is Aivars Meijers, I'm a freelance iOS developer, and this channel is mostly about productivity for remote work, freelancing, app development, and yeah, related tech as well. So let's jump to the topic and talk about reading, devices for reading, and so on. Recently, I spent a week in Cabin on seaside, and on my way out of the city in shopping mall, I bought this book, and that was absolute impulse purchase, and I'm happy that this impulse purchase bring me back into the reading habit. Nowadays we are overloaded with information and distractions, and even video like this, for example, is nice to get some overview or brief information about topic. To learn something really deep, we still need to learn and read books and read documentation, and reading is just essential. But probably you have the same problem like I have, or most of us have, how to find the time in a day for reading. So basically we just have to plan the time. When I bought this book in that bookstore in shopping mall, I was assuming that I will read this book for about months, but I finished it in 3 days. Yeah, I was on vacation, on seaside and so on, but I still was working on one of the projects for about 20 hours in a week, and I was hiking, running, so I didn't have way more time than the average person in regular work week. So now I am a week later, back from vacation, and I am reading another book, this time from iPad. I am in the middle of the book and I am reading relatively slow because I am implementing some things from this book, and I'm not rushing, but I am planning to finish this book on the next week. So basically that will be book in about 2 weeks. We'll see how that will go. So what I'm doing to achieve this goal, and what could help you to start reading if you are not a reader at all, or to stick with reading routines if you are like me and have hard times to finish the books or find time for reading and so on. First things first, make reading a part of your day, make a habit for it, make routines for reading. When I was a kid, I was reading a lot. I always had a book on my kitchen table, and while I was eating, I was reading the book. I decided to try to bring back some of those old habits, and I started to read books while I am having lunch. Currently most of us are working from home, and there is no social aspect in lunch anymore. So if you are eating at home, why do not read the book instead of scrolling mindlessly Instagram, TikTok, whatever, or just have a quick bite in front of computer while working. We need those breaks in the work. Lunch is nice point to make a break, and why do not read for half an hour while you're eating or cooking something, or even those are just 15 minutes. That's good already. I decided that I will read every evening as my evening routine. When I am going to the bed, I am grabbing book instead of phone, and instead of scrolling, again I am reading at least for 15 minutes, and usually that is more than 15 minutes, and if it is only 15 minutes, that's fine as well. It is important to get into the habit of reading, and by reading every day, you are reading every day. Yeah, basically. Replace all of the mindless scrolling with reading. When you are going to the bed, when you are eating, when you are commuting, if you are still commuting, when you are in bathroom. Okay, you got my point. You understand that you can't find time for reading, but to be able to read in almost any available moment of the time, I don't know, when you are waiting on doctor's appointment, when you are waiting for colleagues to jump in on Zoom call, you have to have your book with you all time, every time. And that is, kind of second point in my list. So, have your book always with you. Paper books are kind of nice for reading, and someone are saying, my wife for example, she prefer paper books and do not like to read from electronic devices, but I think you will agree that those are, comparing with just Kindle, those are very bulky, heavy, unpractical to carry around, especially if you are traveling. Note-taking in those is awful. I have to go through this book and make my notes for this book. Yes, I am doing notes for books, and I am recommending to do that for you as well, but that's another topic. So those are not really easy to carry around, not friendly for highlighting, text is not searchable, and there is no indexation and so on, all of those nice things that you have in electronic reading devices. Yes, sure, there are less distractions, and you will not receive notification in the middle of your book, and you can't jump to the Twitter and scroll through it in the middle of the book. But Kindle is about the same. That is the same like read on paper, there is no notifications, nothing, and that is easy, compact device, and you can carry around million of books in your pocket. Get Kindle, iPad, or just read from your phone, get some electronic device for reading, and then you will have your books always with you, and you can read on every spare minute. Which one to prefer? That's tricky question, and we can discuss for, I don't know, another 15 minutes. Let's do not do that. Kindle is cheaper and works better in bright light, but iPad is more flexible, and if you are reading a lot of technical stuff, electronic, let's say PDFs or some programming books, code and everything will be way more readable on iPad. This of course is multi-purpose device, again with their pros and cons, and to just stop on that, I prefer iPad. I tried to use Kindle, it works fine, but all the technical documentation works better on iPad personally for me. Okay, next point in my list is, if you do not enjoy to read that particular book, just drop it, do not spend your time on it. There are too much great books around which could be more interesting for you. Do not push yourself too hard, especially if you are just starting to reading and you are not in reading habit yet. If that books doesn't feel right for you, just drop it. There is no regrets to drop book, there is more regrets to read the book which is not worth reading. Pick another book, try to switch, I don't know, from technical literature to some, I don't know, fantasy, any non-fiction, whatever you like, and try to read that. Maybe when you will get into the habit of reading, you will be back to technical books and everything will be fine, and you will read those technical books as well. So get into the reading habit first. And also do not forget about such kind of option like audiobooks. Audiobooks, this is not any kind of cheating comparing with reading, that is just different way of consuming information, but all the technical stuff, in my opinion, for that reading is better because you are more focused on topic when you are reading, comparing with audiobooks. I hope that I will get back into the reading habit. Probably I will make a dedicated video for this book to just talk about highlights from it. Let me know if you are interested. That is You Are the Badass. Quite nice book. I read that in Latvian, and probably that was also a reason why I read it so fast, because that is my native language. Usually I am reading in English, that's my third language, and it goes slower. And yeah, let me know if you would like to see my review video on this book or any other books that I hope to read in the future. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing. If this is second or third time, so guys, this is the time to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video, and see you on the next one. Bye.